Hello, Devin Mason here, and today I actually wanted to go over the mini cut that I have planned. But first and foremost, I will address my ugly eye issue. Unfortunately, at practice, I did get eye gouged a little bit in one of the tackle breakdowns during rugby, which unfortunately, part of rugby that does happen in the breakdowns quite a bit. Not so much as getting eye gouged or getting kicked in the head, just getting trampled, getting stepped on by cleats and stuff. So it's just part of rugby, and it's not for the faint of heart, I guess. But the eye does look pretty ugly after sleeping on it. It swelled up a little bit, and then also it does have some like crusty blood on it, so it does look very red and stuff. But thankfully, the vision through the eye is perfectly fine. Well, perfectly fine is what I can tell, and I can read perfectly fine through it. So that's just a blessing, because nothing is worse than having an eye injury that you can't see out of or anything. And I will try and throw some pictures on screen if I get any, but unfortunately I didn't get any from yesterday when the cut was bigger, so you won't be able to see the full thing to get an idea. But it's a nice gash across my eyelid, unfortunately. But as one of my teammates jokingly said, we're just trying to win the award for being the best looking team on campus, and all the injuries and little bumps and bruises that we get from practice and in those tackle breakdowns, they're just what makes us the prettiest team on campus, I guess. But anyways, without further ado, I will move on from that and talk about the mini cut that I do have planned. So right now I am on a deload week. Fortunately, actually, with this little eye gouge, I am taking it easy this week, regardless in the gym, just deloading, just because I've had some nagging little injuries and stuff that I want to address before getting into another phase or cycle of lifting and hypertrophy and that. So anyways, talking about kind of week one of my mini cut, which I did this previous week, I was just more or less getting a baseline for what I eat at campus or eat on campus, as I do have a full meal plan. So understanding like what my macros are roughly looking like, and understanding how much I can eat and kind of be in that maintenance realm for weight loss and calorie deficit. But anyways, in my first week, my baseline macros came out to 194 grams of protein, 277 carbs, and then 114 grams of fat. So that came out to roughly 2,900 calories. And I was losing weight on that amount of calories. And I would say roughly I probably burn anywhere from like 3,200 to 36 or 3,700, depending on the day. Some days I am a lot more active. Like, for example, last Friday I had 27,000 steps on my Fitbit, and that was just a crazy day. Like, traveled over 12 miles, and then I also had 2 gym sessions, had my rugby practice, and then we played dodgeball as a team that evening. So it was just a hectic day. So with that, my calories do kind of vary a bit from day to day, how much I do burn just based on that activity level. And then on average last week, I did track my steps every day, and that I averaged around 14,700 steps or so. So that would be like, give you a rough estimate of how much it actually varies, with like my high day of being 27,000. I believe my low day was like 9,000 steps. So craziness there, so it does vary quite a bit. But going forward into the cut, I am going to take it slow, just because I do have this eye injury, and I want to first and foremost get healthy there and then get the body healthy, because I'm in no rush to like cut for any reason. Essentially, just it would be nicer to be lighter and be able to run more easily at practice and in rugby in general. So with that, I am going to take it pretty easy, and really the only thing that I'm changing going forward is just going to be diet to start with. And if I really hit a weight plateau, which I don't think I really will, then I'll start incorporating a step count for the day, just to get my activity up and make sure that I am doing that, so I can propel that calorie deficit just a little bit more. But I really don't see that happening needing to just lose right around 10 pounds and go from what I am at today, which was roughly, I weighed in at 214.6, but my weight does vary quite a bit, and I would say my average weight is more around like 215, 216 at the moment, and I want to get down to right around that 205 mark. So right around 10 pounds, and I want to do that in like 6 to 8 weeks or so, starting now. So with that, I really don't think I'll have to do anything too drastic in terms of cutting or putting in extra cardio, as I do have rugby every day, which is right around like 3.5 or 4 miles, I would say I cover during a normal practice. And then with that, my real plan going forward for macros is just be over that 200 gram mark for protein and up it a little bit from that 194 of my first week, and then also bring my fats down to under 100 grams ultimately is what I'm going to do just to start, and then I'll see how my weight loss is going from there, and then depending on that I will work down my carbs a little bit. But honestly, I don't worry about my carbs really at all, and I just kind of eat and make sure that my fats are in check, because I tend to have an issue with that with the school dining more so than I do eating too many carbs, just because everything is portioned for us. With the whole COVID thing, we don't have an all-you-can-eat buffet going on. Everything is just set out by serving size. And then also with that, I just want to cover some other things beyond the mini cut, but that is really my baseline plan. So I'll just go over it in just a summary of it, just because that might have been hard to follow. Right now, I'm right around 2,900 calories, and that's coming through 194 grams of protein, 277 carbs, and then 114 grams of fat. And my goal is to up that protein a little bit to 200 grams, and then bring that fat down to under 100 grams for the following weeks, and then go from there off of a weekly average weight and get that down from 216 to 205, excuse me. And then also I do have some other video plans, so it's just not this mini cut for 6 to 8 weeks. I was planning on doing a day in the life, just to give you an idea of what I do through schooling, get the college experience a little bit, and then also see my training regimens, whether that is in the weight room or on the field for rugby. And then also you get to see what I do at work, which is not very exciting as a community advisor in the dorm. It's kind of hit or miss. Most days are pretty standard, just at the desk, checking people in and out, answering a few questions here and there, and then cranking out some homework or other plans for activities and programs within the dorm. But beyond that, you don't run into anything too exciting every once in a blue moon. And then with that, I will be doing some full day of eatings just to show you what my diet kind of looks like on campus, as I do have a full meal plan. But anyways, that really does it. Leave any questions, comments, concerns you do have in the comment section below. And then if you did go on to enjoy, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content in the future. But with that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.